Welcome back everyone, Ethan here. We're finally going to start removing some AC parts, and we're going to start with this AC dryer. There's a mount bolt right here on the left and then another one on the right that's up above the windshield washer fluid reservoir. So we might have to remove that to get access to that other mount. So let's get on moving. Let's first go ahead and move this quarter panel and bumper out of the way. I'm just going to hang it up here to give me access to taking the AC dryer out. Before we work on the mounting bolts, we're going to start with the lower AC line. I am covering up the AC line because you don't want moisture or the elements to get inside the system that would negatively affect the system. So this right here is the low pressure switch. We're going to go ahead and disconnect the electrical plug to it and remove the switch itself, and then put it in a Ziploc bag just to keep it out of the elements and keep accountability of all the parts. You will see as I work on this car and throughout this project that I have a lot of Ziploc bags on parts and accessories to protect those parts and accessories from getting damaged. I am removing the right blinker out of the way because it was falling off anyways. And then moving on to the aft mount bolt on the AC dryer, and then removing the windshield washer fluid reservoir temporarily out of the way to get the other mount bolt, which is the forward one. Now I am removing the upper AC line on the AC dryer. So this AC dryer line is being quite stubborn. I can't seem to get it loose. So I either need a specialty tool that releases this spring in this lip to remove the line, or this white tab that goes around the line with a zip tie that's already on there right now to push that white tab in to release it to disconnect the line, but it seems that it's not working. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to this AC line that's right next to it. There's a bracket right there that I'm going to get loose so I can then have access to the orifice tube, which is in this connection point right here. So let's get moving on that. So now that I have taken apart this line, you can see on the male end that the orifice tube is inside of it. It's a filter for the AC system. So I'm going to remove the orifice tube from the AC line, but as I do that, you'll see something drop, some debris, and I'm like, what is this? So I end up setting the line down with the orifice tube in it and get a cloth to wipe it up, and it ends up being fine grained metal shavings from when my AC compressor seized, like clumped together. So I go ahead and shake it out and then place the cloth back on the top of my exhaust manifold, because I don't want any of that debris to get in my engine bay or on my engine at So I'm going to now remove the orifice tube completely from the AC line, and when it comes out, it's pretty caked on there, all the metal shavings and stuff on that filter. So now that the orifice tube is removed, I'm moving back to what I had trouble with earlier, which was the stuck AC line coming from the AC dryer. So right here, you see me cutting up a top to a water bottle to use the circumference edge of it to remove the AC line. And that ended up not working, so I moved on to a metal clamp, but that ended up not working either. So I moved to zip ties, and I used 2 zip ties in total. One I cut to the exact length of the circumference of the AC line I was removing, and then I used the second zip tie, used the whole length of the zip tie, and put it on as tight as I could to the AC line I was removing, and used both those, the short piece and the full length zip tie, and I was able to push into that spring to release the tension, and the line ended up coming off. So in a couple of seconds, you're going to see me finally remove that AC dryer by removing that stuck AC line. But that's going to do it for this video. Next video will be out in a week or less with removal of the AC condenser and possibly the AC compressor. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.